Hello everyone, welcome to our lockdown update video to go with this week's newsletter, which has come out today on Friday the 19th of June. Now, I don't mind admitting we're a little bit stumped at the moment. Last week we took what I thought was a very positive stance on how the amateur theatre sector might actually be able to open its doors ahead of its professional counterparts for a change. However, once we did that, the responses we've got from you guys tended to make us wonder if we were actually on the right track, because not many people have agreed with our point of view in comparing the amateur sector with the obvious professional and financial ties of the professional sector. Now, add to that the fact that Cameron Mackintosh has just announced, and if you are linking to this video from the newsletter, you'll have seen that our headline article is Cameron Mackintosh's big announcement this week that 4 of the biggest West End shows are going to stay shut until at least the new year. That's Mary Poppins, Phantom, Les Mis and Hamilton. They're all closing their doors. They're all staying closed. Their doors have all been closed since March. They're going to stay closed until at least the new year. And Cameron has not even given an indication of when they might open at the moment. All he said is about redundancies and social distancing, and it won't pay. And of course it won't pay. The professional industry cannot survive on 20-25% of the house take. We've also just heard a big announcement from Southampton's Mayflower Theatre, that's also in the newsletter, is going to stay shut until December the 10th. And that is when they are, at the moment, still hoping to run with the big kudos blockbuster pantomime that they always produce every year. And this year is no different. It's Cinderella, starring Craig Revel-Horwood and Debbie McGee, if it goes ahead. And at the moment, they have announced that they are officially staying closed until the beginning of that pantomime. Whether it happens or not, we will see, and you'll have to watch this space. We will tell you as soon as we hear any further announcements. But again, if social distancing is still in place in December, then I don't think anything is going to be allowed to open. Now, last week, when we looked at the option of amateur theatre possibly opening its doors ahead of the professional theatre, we made a bit of a plea to approach costume hire companies, set hire companies, with the idea of maybe going in with a negotiating attitude, so maybe looking at a lower rate than normal with a view to at least putting on a show of some sorts. However, the responses we've got do not seem to tally with that perspective. For instance, Melody Lewis, owner of Bristol's Stage Style Costumes, responded on the Great British Amateur Theatre Hub Facebook group with this statement: "Any drop in business makes continuation not viable. I can't imagine those left standing will be able to afford to drop prices, unfortunately. I would also have thought that the main problem is not audience capacity, but social distancing for cast and crew, even for amateur theatre." Interesting. And Nicola Stevens from Leicestershire also adds, "Our theatre seats 100 people at capacity. Now 15% of that is 15 people per performance. Wouldn't even cover performance rights, let alone utility bills, production costs, etc." Nicola's point is also supported by Bury's Steve Gill, who agrees, "We have a 200-seater, but with distances set at 2 metres, we would make a loss. We make money on the bar too, as we all do, so that money is lost too. No, we cannot open unless SD, social distancing, is over." In addition to pointing out the similarities between the professional and the amateur sectors, Tony Deeming of Warwickshire also is of the opinion that audiences are unlikely to feel safe due to restrictions on exits, toilets, bar service and all the rest. Plus, many of our volunteers, I'm going on 60, are in the older age bracket and may not wish to serve as bar staff or tech crew, etc. So, what does this suggest? Maybe we're back to the drawing board on this whole idea. and maybe we'll be sticking to Zoom meetings for rehearsals, online performances, quiz nights, just getting together for a chit chat, who knows, but thank goodness for Zoom for the moment. To see just how right or wrong indeed we have called this one, we've posed you a couple of questions to do with how you feel about reopening while social distancing measures are still in place. It's completely anonymous, so we're not going to be calling you or emailing you in the near future or anything like that. You don't have to leave any details, you just have to answer 2 very simple questions. It'll take you 20 seconds at the most, literally, and the link is below this video. So just and if you come through from the newsletter, then the link is also on the newsletter. So click through from there or below this video, answer a couple of simple questions, and it'll give us an idea of how the amateur community is feeling right now about whether or not to reopening your doors with social distancing measures still in place. We'll share those results with you next time when we have a much better idea of where everybody stands. So that's it for now, short and sweet. If you like this video, please give us a big thumbs up, and don't forget to press the subscribe button, and if you click on that little bell next to the subscribe button, you'll be notified immediately when we post another video. Please leave any comments you've got below or on our Facebook and Twitter pages. We would love to hear from you, but in the meantime, stay safe, stay well. We will be back one day, but we never know when. Bye for now.